Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome to IIFL webinars. The topic for discussion today is the public issue of secured redeemable NCD Tranche 2 issue by IIFL Finance. The issue has opened today and will close on 18th of October. IIFL Finance aims to raise up to rupees 1000 crore for the purpose of business growth and capital augmentation. The bonds offer up to 8.75% yield and high degree of safety. Our panelists for the session are Mr. Nirmal Jain, founder IIFL Group and chairman IIFL Finance, Mr. Rajesh Rajak, CFO, IIFL Finance, and Mr. Suajit Ray, Product Head, IIFL Securities. You can write in your queries in the comment box. We will answer these towards the end of the session. To begin with, I would request Mr. Jain to kindly brief us about the NCD issue. Over to you, Mr. Jain.
Thank you, Sweta. And good evening, everybody. Good evening, all friends and supporters of IIFL. And I'm very happy to be here with you now when the environment seems to have improved significantly from compared to whatever we have been seeing in the past. Right now, sorry. So the COVID, the specter of COVID is behind us. Whatever we are seeing, at least in the macro environment and the economy, things are improving. Sorry, businesses are looking up. People are more hopeful. The fear about COVID wave 3 is very limited, or even if if at all it comes, people know that there's a playbook to deal with it. And therefore, there's a huge pent-up demand in many sectors, such as affordable housing. Also, government is pumping in a lot of money, so liquidity is easy. We are seeing private sector capex, at least in sectors like, say, steel. So on the whole, things are improving, and these are very interesting times because on one hand, you have a capital market, stock markets which are at lifetime high. And then on the other hand, those who don't want to invest everything in equity market, but say put something in fixed income, then your bank deposit rates are almost at lifetime low. And in that context, our bond issue becomes good timing because the interest rate that you get on bond issue for 5 years is something like 8.75, and with 0.25% additional for those who are our shareholders or bondholders, which makes it 9, which is almost twice what you can get from banks. And obviously, in terms of safety and security, we have a track record of 26 years. We are AA rated by CRISIL, and we have impeccable track record since listing almost 16 years ago. A consistent, uninterrupted track record of profits and dividend. Most of you know the company. All our businesses are retail, granular, small ticket retail business. And in the last 3 years, there has been trial by fire, and in terms of liquidity as well as the business environment. But if you would have noticed our finances, we not only maintained comfortable liquidity, repaid all our obligations, but also could always raise resources for continued growth and growth in market share in the segment that we operate in. Very brief introduction, as all of you know that we are predominantly into home loan and gold loan, and also the loan against property which is secured. And microfinance also over long term has good track record if we are geographically diversified. So all our products or the loan assets that we have are fairly safe and relatively immune to cycles, because many other loan products have a cyclical variations when the NPA levels can shoot up. Having said that, what we are seeing that the collection efficiency and asset quality is improving. So in terms of financial or fundamentals, we are very well placed. Coming to bond issue now, earlier 2 issues, we got very good support from you. This is a short tenor because you have options of 2 years, 3 years, and 5 years. This is secured because there are many investors who look for secured bonds, and they were a little hesitant for unsecured, but this is fairly is secured as well. So I'm sure this is a good product, and all of you maybe investing in stock markets. I also do, but at the same time, just as I do, I recommend to everybody that we should have some asset allocation to fixed income also for liquidity, for safety, because markets are volatile. However good or bad they are, nobody knows how the next day in the market will be. Not even Warren Buffett knows, nobody knows. And therefore, the prudent strategy is always to do asset allocation. Some part of your asset should always be in fixed income. And within fixed income, in my opinion, IIFL bonds and secured bonds, a great product. And if you want to keep a shorter option, then also you have alternatives available here. So I'm sure, like always, you'll support this and make sure that we have tremendous success in this bond issue of our own company. So thank you. With this, I hand over to Rajesh, who will take you through more details of the bond issue as well as the financials. If you have any queries, any questions, any suggestions, or any feedback, even critical feedback, please feel free to get in touch with me, with anybody in the company. We always enjoyed the comments and feedback from you, and we look forward to more of them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Jain. And a warm welcome and good evening to all the participants. I will just take the next few minutes to share with you details about the issue, more specific details, as well as a small update on the most recent performance of the company. Just give me a moment while I share my screen. Right. Right. So the company, most of you would be familiar. The journey started, more than 25 years ago. The lending business started in 2006. So that's also more than 15 years. Over the years, marquee investors like CDC, Fairfax have joined the company. The company over the years started the home finance as well as the microfinance business, and now is one of the leading names in the overall financial sector as well as in the NBFC sector, to be more specific. Key highlights of the June quarter, the most recent quarter for which results have been published. As you can see, the company is now having an AUM of 43,160 crores and has had generated a profit of 266 crores. Which was significantly way higher than the same quarter of the previous year. Of course, the previous year had COVID impact, significant COVID impact, but nevertheless, this is still a sizable increase. What's more important is the key numbers for any financial company is the return on asset and equity, which are 2.6 and 19.7% respectively. A significant markup over previous year as well as over the last 2-3 quarters, it has been in this range, so which can also guide you to the consistency of these numbers. The total equity of the company net worth is more than 5,600 crores. Another important number to look at for a financial company is the capital adequacy, which at 25.6 is significantly higher than the regulator mandated number of 15%. Other key numbers in this slide would be the gross and net NPA numbers at 2.2 and 1% respectively, which is significantly among the best in the class. Now, in terms of the size, it's a large NBFC, as you can see in terms of the number of branches in the bottom right corner, 2,700 branches almost, and more than 21,000 employees across our gold loan, home loan, microfinance loan, etc. So it's a fairly large NBFC. The profit record is very intact, and that's what we will discuss in the next few slides. So the company, as you all aware, is the IIFL Finance. It has 2 subsidiaries through which it does its other business, which is Home Finance, IIFL Home Finance Limited, and IIFL Samastha Finance Limited, which is in the business of microfinance. So together, if you see, gold and home loans are make up about 65% of our book. So we have 4 core products: gold, business, home, and microfinance, which is what we focus on. And the niche that the NBFC focuses on is basically the retail loans, small ticket retail loans, which are maybe underserved by the banking sector, like gold and microfinance loan of 25 to 50,000. Home loans, we are in the affordable home loan space. Another differentiator of the company, what we try to do is be at the forefront of digital technology, which gives a better user experience to a customer, as well as a better return to our shareholders, as well as safety to our bondholders in terms of consistency of profits. And we are a big partner in the kind of ability to downsell our loans to others, whereby we keep churning our book. So the book kind of remains small, but the earning capacity is quite high. As you already discussed, large presence, as you can see in the kind of map of India, where typically throughout the country we have our branches and more than 21,000 employees. Now coming to our core products, as you can see, gold and home loans, 2 strong products, typically low credit cost products. They have generally lower NPAs, are almost 2/3 of the book, and 93% of the book is retail in nature. About 7% is wholesale, which is the construction and real estate, whose share has been significantly coming down over the past few years. As you can see, in FY19 it was 14%, and now it is just down to 7%. In terms of directors, board of directors, Mr. Jain and Mr. Venkat, the two co-founders and promoters of the company, as well as representatives of Fairfax, and we have luminaries like Mr. Purwar, who's a former chairman of State Bank of India, or Mr. Nilesh Vekamsi, who's been the past president of the Chartered Accounting Institute. So as you can see, very significant, huge names, famous names. And in terms of the shareholding of the company, just to kind of refresh your memory, we have 25% holding by the promoters, 30% by Fairfax. All this is as of June, 15% by CDC, and then the others is the basically institutional and individual investors. We have two subsidiaries, as we discussed: Home Finance Limited, 100% owned by IIFL Finance, and IIFL Samasta Finance, which is owned 99% by the kind of group. In terms of the financial performance, as you can see, over the last 4-5 years, our CAGR, compound annual growth rate, has been about 16%, within which the core segments that we focus on, the four products, is 22%. Real estate financing is kind of a defocused product. We are not aiming to kind of grow that significantly. But otherwise, if you look at only the core products, then it's a very healthy 22%. Last year was very good in terms of profit, 761 crores, and we've already had 266 crores in the first quarter. So good trajectory as far as profit is concerned. This profit obviously was a combination of a few things: the volume growth, obviously, and the huge reduction in cost to income, which we kind of leveraged our branch network and a digital network to gain scale, and that is what led to the increase in profit. And similar growth in net interest income as well, where this current year is also expected to significantly add to the growth in net interest income as well. Now coming to the key numbers, we discussed that return on assets and equity and capital adequacy are the one of the few most important things that any lending business should be looking at. And if you see at 2.6 and 19% respectively, they are way above the kind of recent past, and which is what we aim to sustain. Capital adequacy 15% is what is minimum required by RBI. We are 25%. We are more than 25% as of March, as well as now as of June also we are at more than 25%. NPAs, gross as well as net, is also a good indicator of how to look at a finance company or a bank. In spite of the massive headwinds due to COVID, where there's massive stress in the economy, we still have managed to retain these two ratios at 2.2 and 1% respectively, which kind of adds stability and strength to our overall performance. In terms of the funding profile, overall we have about 28,000 of on-balance sheet, and in terms of assignment and securitization of about 14,000-15,000. So 1/3 is by way of assignment and securitization, for which there is good demand from other banks, mutual funds, etc. And the other on-balance sheet funding, as it is called, is from bonds, term loans, mix of everything. We had in February 2020 a $400 million US dollar issue, which was also quite successful. So kind of a funding mix is also quite diversified, which kind of reduces the overall concentration risk, that if you are taking money from only one or two sources, then what happens when that source dries up. Our two rating agencies, I mean Brickwork, we have a AA plus rating on that, and CRISIL, we have a AA rating. CRISIL is the leading rating agency. In terms of the issue structure, as you all are aware, this is a 1,000 crore bond issue. 100 crore is the base size, 900 crore is a green shoe option, which we can opt to retain. The two ratings that we talked about, the issue has opened today. It will remain open till 18th of October, subject, of course, to early closure. There are chances that there could be an early closure, like our previous issue. These bonds will be listed on the BSE as well as NSE, They compulsorily will be under demat format. So that will be a prerequisite to apply for these bonds. Now coming to the options, as Mr. Jain mentioned, we have kept it quite clean. It's 2-year, 3-year, 5-year, annual option and cumulative option. In addition, the 60-month, the 5-year bond also has a monthly option. It will carry a coupon of 8.42% annual per annum and will be paid on a monthly basis. And annual and cumulative options are obviously available for all the bonds, all the options. They are secured bonds, non-convertible debentures. Again, for shareholders, current shareholders, which is on the date of the allotment of these bonds, as well as the previous bondholders of either IIFL Finance or IIFL Home Finance will get an additional 25 basis point. This 25 basis point will be paid if the person is a shareholder or bondholder on the date of allotment of these bonds, as well as on the subsequent dates whenever the coupons are or interest is being paid. And in terms of, this is a standard disclosure in terms of allocation. It will be allocated to 40% to high net worth and 40% to retail. The balance 20% being to institutions, companies, and so on. Lead managers, Edelweiss were lead managers, securities, equerries, and these are the other details of people who we partnered with on this issue. Yeah, these are some of the things that we already talked about, the different options, how they will be listed. There will be no TDS on this, so the entire amount will be paid out to you since these holdings are in demat format. Very good credit rating, which depict a high degree of safety, regarding timely servicing of financial obligations. Credit cost is, like a credit risk is relatively lower considering the rating of the company. The allotments will be on first come, first serve basis, so depending upon the days in which they are subscribed on. And it will be through ASBA route. UPI mechanism is available for up to 2 lakhs, but essentially, I think for you, it will be on ASBA route. Standard disclaimers that we have to make. And yeah, and these are just some of the numbers in terms of, you could find it on a public domain, but the profit numbers and our balance sheet numbers. So what we will do is we can always come back to any particular slide. And I think we can leave the floor for questions, and we will be happy to answer any of the questions.
Thank you, Rajesh. Subhajit, I would request you to brief the bond issue in Hindi, because most of our viewers would want to understand it in Hindi as well.
थैंक यू सो मच श्वेता। तो अगर सर मैं अगर बोलना चाहता हूं कि आज के दिन पे कोई भी इन्वेस्टर के लिए सबसे अच्छा अगर कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट का ऑप्शन दिया जाता है फिक्स्ड इनकम के अंदर में, पहले आता है आपका बैंक एफडी। कोई भी बैंक में अगर आप स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया ले लीजिए या कोई भी पीएसयू बैंक ले लीजिए, जहाँ पे आपका अगर कोई एफडी रखने जाएंगे तो 3 से 5 साल की बीच में अगर आपने कोई भी एफडी रखते हो तो आपको 4.5% या सीनियर सिटीजन के लिए 6.5% तक आपको ब्याज मिल जाता है। 2 चीज यहाँ पे आपको गौर करना चाहिए। पहला तो एक है कि आपका रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट जो एक एनसीडी सिक्योर्ड एनसीडी में मिल रहा है, विच इज अप टू 8.75% फॉर 5 years, विच इज 60 months। और अगर आप वही चीज बैंक एफडी में लगाएंगे तो आपको 5.5 से 6% या सीनियर सिटीजन में 6.5% तक आपको मिलेगा। ये पहला चीज। दूसरा चीज, अगर बैंक एफडी अगर देखेंगे, बैंक एफडी में आप जब भी कोई आप इंटरेस्ट मिलता है वो आपको टैक्सेबल हो जाता है और टीडीएस कट जाता है। जहाँ पे यहाँ पे अगर कोई एनसीडी देखते हैं तो एनसीडीज, one is holded in your demat account and second is it is exchange traded and hence there is no TDS which is directly getting deducted at the source। ये दूसरी चीज है। तीसरा है, आज के दिन पे जितना भी फॉलिंग इंटरेस्ट रेट सिनेरियो में अगर देखता हूँ तो ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट ये चीज होता है कि से फॉर एन एग्जांपल फ्रॉम स्टार्टिंग नाउ फॉर नेक्स्ट 5 years, जो 5 साल के लिए मैं कैसे मेरा इनकम को प्रोटेक्ट करूँ। That is extremely important, where I can take a 5 years coupon option, 5 years tenure, where I can take either monthly, annually or cumulative option, जहां पे आपको 8.75% मिल रहा है. If you are also a bond holder or a equity shareholder of IIFL Finance, then you can get up to 9%. At this moment, अगर मैं कोई भी secured डिबेंचर या एनसीडी या बॉन्ड्स को लेके बात करता हूं, मार्केट में कोई भी बॉन्ड में आपको 9% तो इंटरेस्ट नहीं मिलने वाला है. तो मेरे लिए मुझे लगता है कि एज अ इन्वेस्टर दिस इज वन ऑफ द वेरी वेरी लुक्रेटिव ऑप्शन. जैसे अभी काफी सारा कुछ सवाल भी आ रहा था, जैसे हाउ कैन यू एक्सप्लेन 0.25%. जैसे मान लीजिए कि कुछ दिन पहले हम लोगों का 2 इश्यूज आया था. एक है IIFL HFC का एनसीडी आया था, उसकी पहले IIFL फाइनेंस का भी एनसीडी आया था. अगर आपने वो एनसीडी आपके पास है, then you are straight away eligible to get 0.25%. अगर मान लीजिए अगर आप IIFL फाइनेंस का शेयर होल्डर भी है, then also you are getting an options to get 0.25% also. So these are, I believe, is one of the most important thing कि जैसे निर्मल सर जी ने भी बताया and राजेश जी ने भी बताया कि for any person for their asset allocation, fixed income products of the debt is one of the most and primary instrument that you should have an asset allocation in your portfolio. अगर मैं ये asset allocation को रखता हूँ मद्देनजर रखते हुए, this is a NCD is one of the beautiful product that has been designed, जहाँ पे आपका tax efficiency भी मिलता है, at the same point in time you enjoy a higher rate of return, and also it is extremely secure. Shweta, we can take the question
yes.
also.
Rajesh, people would want to see the very first slide. If you can, put that up. Yeah. So the question is, what is UPI mechanism?
तो सर अगर आप कोई भी अगर आपका पेटीएम है या गूगल पे है या आपका कोई भी नॉर्मल बैंक अकाउंट जो स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया या आईसीआईसीआई बैंक होता है, जहाँ पे आपका एक यूपीआई हैंडलर होता है. जैसे से फॉर एन एग्जांपल अगर मेरा मोबाइल नंबर होता है तो पहले शुरू होता है मेरा मोबाइल नंबर @ अगर आईसीआईसीआई बैंक का होता है तो @ICICI होता है. पेटीएम में भी ऐसे चेंज होता है, गूगल पे में भी ओके आईसीआईसीआई या ओके आपका बैंक का नाम आपका आता है. दिस इज एन यूपीआई हैंडलर अप टू 2 लाख रुपीस अगर आप इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हो, जहां पे आपका यूपीआई हैंडलर आप जैसे ही आप डालोगे ऑनलाइन में, आपका तुरंत आपका पास एक नोटिफिकेशन आएगा ऑथोराइजेशन करने के लिए. आप जैसे ही वो पेमेंट को ऑथोराइजेशन करोगे, आपका अमाउंट ब्लॉक हो जाएगा और आप डायरेक्टली निवेश कर सकते हो इन एनसीडी.
Whether redemption will take place automatically on due date or we will have to request for redemption on the due date?
नो, आपको कोई भी रिक्वेस्ट डालने का कोई भी आवश्यकता नहीं है. जैसे मंथली कूपन के बारे में भी मैं आपको बता देता हूं. कोई भी अगर मंथली कूपन ऑप्शन अगर आप चूज करते हो, वो भी विदाउट एनी रिमाइंडर, हम लोग इतना साल से पे करके आ रहे हैं, आपको इस बार भी पे करेंगे, जिसके लिए आपको कोई रिमाइंडर या कोई मेल या किसी को बोलने का जरूरत नहीं है. एट द सेम पॉइंट इन टाइम, एट द टाइम ऑफ मैच्योरिटी ऑल्सो, आपको किसी का साथ बात करने का कोई जरूरत नहीं है. आपका जो बैंक अकाउंट रहेगा, लिंक बैंक अकाउंट आपकी अकाउंट के साथ, वही बैंक पे आपका अमाउंट डायरेक्टली मैच्योरिटी प्रोसीड होगा. अगर इसके दौरान अगर आपका बैंक अकाउंट चेंज होता है या कोई प्राइवेट, अगर मान लीजिए बहुत सारा सरकारी बैंक का अंदर में आज के दिन पे मार्जर हो रहा है, मार्जर के दौरान अगर आपका आईएफएससी कोड चेंज होता है, तो आपको भी ये बताना चाहता हूँ, आप कृपया करके वो हम लोगों के साथ अपडेट करवाइए, अगर वो आईएफएससी कोड और नया बैंक अकाउंट चेक, ताकि जाके आपका जो आपका मैच्योरिटी प्रदान है आपकी सभी सही जगह में पहुंच जा सकता है.
Any minimum quantity required for the 0.25% benefit?
नहीं जी, आपको कोई भी मिनिमम क्वांटिटी नहीं है. अगर आप आईएफएल फाइनेंस का शेयर होल्डर है, अगर आपका पास एक भी यूनिट ऑफ शेयर होल्डर है, आपका ये 0.25% आपको मिलेगा. जैसे क्या होता है, ये इसका लॉजिक ऐसे होता है कि आप अगर शेयर होल्डर या बॉन्ड होल्डर है, आपके रजिस्टर की एगेंस्ट में आपकी पैन नंबर जमा रहता है. पैन नंबर की एगेंस्ट में ये क्रेडिट आपको प्रदान किया जाता है 0.25%.
So if no TDS will be deducted, will it attract income tax?
Yes, it will attract income tax in your personal capacity.
So there is a question about the NPA and net profits. So wherein, Mr. Kohli has written कि NPA is at 1% and NPA at 1% of net profit is high. Turnover is 43,160 crore and 1% NPA. So the NPA is more than the net income and would have been more, but for the NPA issue is secured against which and how?
I didn't understand the question fully, but see, NPA means 2% of the loans. So if you get, अगर हमारे पास समझो 100 रुपये है लोन्स में, तो उसमें से 2 रुपया NPA है, जिसमें से 1 रुपया हमने ऑलरेडी प्रोवाइड कर दिया है, तो एक्चुअली ओनली 1 रुपी वो उसका ओपन एक्सपोजर है. अब ये जो 100 रुपी है, उसमें द कंपनी अर्न द मार्जिन, net interest margin. So let's say the profit may be 7 to 8 rupees. Expenses वगैरह काट के it is 5 rupees. तो ये जो 1 rupee NPA है, this is at a point in time. हर साल ये 1 rupee में 2 rupees नहीं आता है. तो इसके ऊपर जो प्रोविजन करना पड़ता है, that a profit number, जो profit है वो NPA को प्रोवाइड, NPA के लिए पैसा साइड में रखने के बाद का प्रॉफिट है ये 266 crores.
So the concern is that 75% of the proceeds are being used towards payments of previous loans, NCD, etc. maturing, and is not clear how much will generate additional income for the investors.
No, this 75% is both for all new loans to be given by the NBFC, by the company to its customers, as well as to repay old customers. So see, when you repay old loans, so जब हम किसी को लोन देते हैं तो वो 100 years का लोन तो है नहीं, राइट? वो लोन रीपे होता है, फिर नए नए लोन देने पड़ते हैं. लाइकवाइज जब हम भी लोन लेते हैं किसी से, वो भी रीपे होता है, वो तो साइकिल चलते रहता है. वी टेक लोन्स फ्रॉम बैंक्स एंड म्यूचुअल फंड्स एंड अदर मार्केट पार्टिसिपेंट्स इंक्लूडिंग पब्लिक इशू, और हम आगे देते रहते हैं. तो दोनों साइड से लोन्स रीपे होते रहते हैं और नए लोन्स क्रिएट होते रहते हैं.
Will existing unit holders continue to receive additional 0.25% even after those NCDs and bonds have matured?
No,
अगर अभी तक अगर मैच्योरिटी नहीं हुआ, अगर आपका डीमैट में है, then you will be definitely getting. After that, अगर आपका मैच्योरिटी हो जाता है, फिर भी आपको मिलेगा 0.25%.
I am having bonds of rupees 5 lakhs from previous tranche. If I took another bonds of rupees 7.5 lakhs, will I get 0.25% on all 7.5 lakhs?
आपका जो नया इन्वेस्टमेंट है, जो कि ना आप 7.5 लाख रुपया निवेश करना चाहते हो, उसी के ऊपर आपको 0.25% मिलेगा ऑन द सिंगल यूनिट होल्डर. अगर आपका ज्वाइंट यूनिट होल्डर में है, तो आपको फर्स्ट होल्डर को ही सिर्फ 0.25% का इंटरेस्ट इंसेंटिव्स मिलेगा.
What is the business outlook considering interest payout rates are above 8%? How comfortable is the management with paying such high rates considering others like HDFC, SBI are also offering loans at lower rates?
See, our cost of fund, average cost of fund for the group is 9%. And so the profit of the company is 9% after this. As you know, the company is involved, the primary product of the company is gold loans, where rates are typically 18, 19, 20% and more than that, right? So the company is going to borrow at these rates and the onward lending is closer to 18 to 20%. And that is why the profit is generated. HDFC and so on have different mechanism. They have a deposit base. Their client base is different. They are involved in other products. So as such, the business model of NBFCs and banks is not comparable. Both have their own separate business model. Generally, the customer base of the NBFC, the kind of yields are higher. Loans, छोटे वाले loans ज़्यादा होते हैं, ticket size कम होते हैं. जो banks होते हैं, they give large wholesale banking loans, corporate loans of thousands of crores also. So उनका rates are typically lower. So the NBFC business model is, the cost of fund will typically be 9% and the yield will be 16, 17% depending on the product, and that is where the profit margin of the company is there.
Suvajit, there's a question related to competition analysis and how will it, benefit the customers? If you could highlight upon that.
So competition, if I talk about the competition analysis, for the last 3 tranches of NCD which has come. One was Piramal, second was Indiabulls, third was Edelweiss, and at this moment you will find the JM Financials also, the NCDs are going on. These 4 issues are the secured issues which has come. If I really talk about the tenure, now typically you will find that other NCD, the tenure are somewhat around 7 years or 6 years. Now this is the only secured debenture or the issue or the bond that you are getting as of 5 years, which is 60 months. That is number 1. Number 2, if I talk about the rate of interest or the ROI, which was somewhat around 8.35 to 8.55 or 8.65 at the max. But if I really talk about an IIFL NCD secured bond, it is 8.75%. Plus, if you are already an existing shareholder of IIFL Finance or IIFL HFC bond holder or IIFL Finance old NCD or bond holder, then you will be getting an option of 0.25% more, which was not there at all for any one of this existing product which is available into the market. Number 4, if I talk about any fixed income product or the fixed deposit product which is available with the PSU bank and with the private bank, if you are talking about any private bank, it would be maximum up to 7.5%, inclusive of your senior citizen 0.25% more. If I talk about any HDFC Limited or any corporate FD, you will be getting somewhat around 8.525% at the max in a tenure of more than 5 years. Whereas if I compare the same thing here, you would be getting 5 years product with a 8.75%, and if you're already an existing shareholder or an existing customer of IIFL Finance or IIFL HFC, then you will be tend to get 9% on the annual coupon for the case of 5 years or 16 months time.
So the annual interest rate will be due in which month?
Rajesh, can you let us know on this? Because
yeah, I think they will be I'm not very sure on this, but at the end of the 1 year from the date of the allotment.
Okay.
So it will be, so if it's a 5-year bond, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one will be
no, I believe he's talking about the every year payment. So typically what happens that 18th the bond, if I talk about, say अगर मान लीजिए bond मेरा 18 तक चला, जो मुझे लग रहा है कि शायद उसका पहले सब्सक्राइब हो जाएगा, अगर 18 तक मेरा चलता है, 4 दिन मेरा लगता है अलॉटमेंट होने के लिए, तो लगभग 22 तारीख तक अगर आप कट ऑफ डेट लेते हो तो उसका 1 साल 365 डेज के अंदर में आपका एनुअल कूपन आपको पेमेंट हुआ जाएगा.
या सो एनुअल इंटरेस्ट 1 साल के बाद, एंड दोस्त ऐसा नहीं है कि 31st March और any 31st December on the anniversary date, and the monthly will be paid on just after the year, just after the month end, so it will be approximately the 2nd of the month.
So to IIFL customers in stock market, 0.25% additional interest will be given or not?
Stock market में अगर आपका account है, you will not be able to get. You have to get either a IIFL Finance equity stocks. You can buy it from the open market equity. We are not recommending any customer, but at the same point in time, it is on your discretion that if you wish to buy IIFL Finance stock from the open market, you can buy it and you can keep it in your demat, based on which as a customer, you would be able to get 0.25% more on the every tenure, which is 2 years, 3 years, and 5 years tenure.
The proceeds of the bonds will be utilized for which purpose?
So the proceeds will be used 75% minimum. It can be much more than that, is for onward lending for the bank's loan products or for repayment and or for repayment of the existing debt, as I explained some time ago. And a maximum of up to 25% can be used for the corporate overheads, general overheads of the company.
As I am holding NCD of IIFL Home Finance, will I get 0.25% incentive?
Yes, you will definitely get 0.25%. Yeah, if it is there in your demat account, you will definitely get it.
So we have covered almost all the questions. In case any of the participants have any other questions, we can wait for another couple of minutes.
I just wanted to add, for every customer if you wish to apply, you can go to your mobile handheld device in either Android or in iOS, where there is an option called IPO or NCD section. From there you can directly choose the number of debentures. आपको 1000 रुपए एक डिबेंचर में है, आपको मिनिमम 10 डिबेंचर्स लेना ही है, which is a minimum investment of 10,000 rupees. After 10,000 rupees, any amount you can invest up to 2 lakhs rupees. It is under UPI. ये आपका लेजर से डेबिट नहीं हो सकता है, तो it has to be either UPI और बैंक एसबा मैंडेटरी। तो अगर आप 2 लाख तक इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हो, देन यू यूज्ड योर यूपीआई आईडी, whereby you will be getting a response ID for the authorization of UPI to block the amount in your bank account. Once you authorize, ये authorization आपको आपका जो एप्स है, अगर मान लीजिए गूगल पे का अगर आप एप्स यूज करते हो फॉर यूपीआई आईडी, आपको गूगल पे का एप्स में आपको जाना पड़ेगा। वहां पे सेटिंग्स में प्रोफाइल के अंदर में आपको ऑथोराइजेशन ऑप्शन आता है, वहां पे जाके आपको ऑथोराइजेशन करना पड़ेगा। वो 2 लाख रुपए आपको ऑथोराइज जैसे ही हो जाएगा, आप बॉन्ड खरीद पाओगे। अगर मान लीजिए आप 2 लाख के से ज्यादा अगर इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हो, एट द एंड आप पूरा फॉर्म डाउनलोड कर सकते हो। फॉर्म जैसे ही आप डाउनलोड करेंगे, नीचे आपका प्रिंट लेने का ऑप्शन आएगा, आपको प्रिंट लेके नीचे आपको साइन करना पड़ेगा। एट द सेम पॉइंट इन टाइम आपका लोकल जितना भी आप जहां पे रहते हो उसका बैंक मैट्रिक्स भी हम लोग पास ऑन कर चुके हैं। आप बैंक में जाके जमा कर सकते हो फॉर द बैंकिंग एसबा। अगर आप चाहते हो नियर बाई आप आईएफएल सिक्योरिटीज का कोई भी ब्रांच पे जा सकते हो, आपको ये सहायता प्रदान करने के लिए हम लोग रहेंगे।
हाउ टू सब्सक्राइब फ्रॉम IIFL डीमैट अकाउंट?
जैसे मैंने आपको अभी बताया कि आप एप्स का थ्रू से कर सकते हो। अब अगर आपका टीटी वेब अगर है, जो जहां पे आप लैपटॉप से बैठ के या कंप्यूटर में बैठ के आप टीटी वेब का थ्रू से भी आप कर सकते हो। वहां पे आदर्श बोल के ऑप्शन है, उसके नीचे एनसीडी बोल के आपकी जगह लिखा हुआ है। जैसे ही आप क्लिक करोगे एनसीडी आपका बॉन्ड्स दिख जाएगा, आईएफएल एनसीडी आईएफएल फाइनेंस सिक्योर्ड बॉन्ड। आप क्लिक करेंगे, मिनिमम 10 यूनिट्स आपको लेना है। उसके ऊपर में जितना आपको इन्वेस्ट करना है, यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम टू डू दैट। एट द एंड इफ इट इज a 2 lakhs rupees, again it is an UPI journey. More than 2 lakhs rupees आपको फॉर्म डाउनलोड करके आपको बैंक पे सबमिट करना पड़ेगा, जिसको एसबा प्रोसेस बोला जाता है।
What if we want to redeem before maturity? What will be the loss if done so?
Redemption of this bond or before the maturity is not possible. आपको सेकेंडरी मार्केट में अगर आपका कोई बायर या कोई भी आप सेलर हो, अगर कोई भी बायर आप उस समय में रहता है जो कि ना आपका बॉन्ड बायबैक करना चाहता है, वो आप कर सकते हो। बट रिडेम्पशन दिस बॉन्ड फॉर द टेन्योर जो आप 2 साल 3 साल या 5 साल लेते हो, उसमें आप रिडेम्पशन नहीं कर सकते हो। आप सेकेंडरी मार्केट में ये बॉन्ड को डेफिनेटली सेल कर सकते हो। बट आपको मैं बताना चाहता हूं, यहाँ पे लिक्विडिटी थोड़ा कम रहता है। जैसे नॉर्मल इक्विटी मार्केट में बायर और सेलर बहुत ही ज्यादा अमाउंट ऑफ इक्विटी बायर एंड सेलर रहता है, जहां पे इन केस ऑफ द बॉन्ड द नंबर ऑफ बायर एंड सेलर आर प्रीटी लेस। तो शायद आपको थोड़ा प्रतीक्षा करके बेचना पड़ेगा।
Will the interest start from the date of receipt of money at your end or after closure of the issue?
It is after closure and the allotment. Allotment आपका क्लोज होगा, आपका 18 तारीख को हमारा इश्यूज क्लोज होता है। उसके बाद 4 दिन लेता है अलॉटमेंट। अलॉटमेंट के दिन से आपका यूनिट एलोकेशन होता है, तब से आपका इंटरेस्ट रेट चालू होता है।
If I purchase today shares of IIFL Securities,
so sorry, एक मिनट,
yeah.
I'm so sorry, I'm just wanted to add into
Sure.
the account. जैसे आप मान लीजिए आज है आपको 27 तारीख, 27 तारीख को आज अगर आप एनसीडी में बॉन्ड में अप्लाई करना चाहता है, मान लीजिए 1 लाख रुपया, जो कि ना यूपीआई के साथ से आप कर सकते हो। यूपीआई में जैसे ही आप एलोकेट करोगे, आपका अमाउंट आपका बैंक अकाउंट से डेबिट नहीं होता है, आपका वो 1 लाख रुपया आपकी बैंक अकाउंट में ब्लॉक रहता है, जिसके कारण बैंक का जो नॉर्मल लेजर में जो इंटरेस्ट भी आपको प्राप्त होता है वो भी आपको मिलेगा। ऐसा नहीं है कि वो अमाउंट आज के दिन डेबिट हो जाएगा और इमीडिएटली मेरे अकाउंट पे क्रेडिट हो जाएगा। वो आपकी अकाउंट पे ही रहेगा, ब्लॉक अमाउंट रहेगा। जिस दिन मेरा एलोकेशन होगा, मान लीजिए 18 तारीख को मेरा इश्यूज क्लोज होता है और उसका बाद और 4 दिन जो मेरा एलोकेशन का टाइम होता है, इसी दौरान आपका अमाउंट आपके अकाउंट से कटा जाएगा। तो अगर आप सोच रहे हो कि मैं 27 तारीख को इन्वेस्ट करता हूं लेकिन मुझे इंटरेस्ट चालू होगा मेरा 22 तारीख से, ऐसा नहीं है। सो व्हाट विल गोइंग टू हैपन, व्हेनेवर द अमाउंट विल गोइंग टू डेबिट इट फ्रॉम योर अकाउंट व्हिच इज टेंटेटिवली बाय 22nd of next month, by that point in time you will be also getting the interest also. So there is no loss of interest actually in your account.
So if I purchase today shares of IIFL Securities, will I get incentive interest of 0.25% extra?
मैं फिर से बताना चाहता हूँ, ये IIFL सिक्योरिटीज का शेयर्स आप खरीदने से आपको बेनिफिट नहीं मिलेगा। आपको सिर्फ IIFL फाइनेंस का आपको शेयर्स खरीदना पड़ेगा। Again, as a disclaimer, मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ, IIFL Securities does not recommend or influence anyone to buy IIFL security or finance stock. ये आप अगर खरीदना चाहते हो to avail the benefit of 0.25% incentives for this particular issue, you can definitely do it, but at your discretion.
Correct. So we've taken up all the questions. Thank you all the panelists and the participants for joining in. In case you have any issues, you can reach out to us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for taking.
Thank you.